Hello everyone, welcome to Mayfly Disc Golf made by amateurs for amateurs. I'm Andrew here again with Mr. Randy May.
Hello everybody.
We'll be doing some coverage of the Dolese East course in Oklahoma City. This is what also some people refer to as the OG course. Today's disc golf is sponsored by Blue Point Disc as well.
Yeah, head on over to Blue Point. Say hi to Sean and Sarah. Check out their specials. Check out all the discs that they have. There's their MVP stuff. Very nice people. Go in there and tell them that Mayfly Disc Golf sent you in there.
Yeah, we really appreciate them supporting the channel.
So we have Colton Groover. He goes by Cotton. And we got Kadin Keenon, and he goes by Kadin. Met these guys out at Dolese and said, hey, can I film you? And they're like, yeah, let's do it. So
we'll be starting off here at hole 1. It's a par 3, 218 feet, little short chipper. Pretty much any line is feasible. I think these guys are mostly going to play forehands, which I think is definitely the safe play here. That's a great forehand there from Kadin.
Yeah, it was. And, you know, Andrew, they had moved this basket over from the left side of those trees to now this right over here. So new placement for today when they were playing this.
Here's Cotton's putt for the birdie, which it makes very, very easily. And Kadin's putt. Great start to the round.
Frame.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Now we're going to hole 2, par 3, 420 feet. You've kind of got that basket back down there behind all these guardian trees, and I think a big forehand or a backhand in the right place will get you there.
Yeah. Looks like Kadin went for the kind of forced turnover backhand, ended up hitting the tree there in the middle of the fairway, which is the one that you're kind of competing with. And Cotton actually went with a very different route. Kind of went more straight, got lucky in between the trees.
Yeah, that's a sneaky snake shot.
So Kadin with the approach, gives it quite a bit of distance, pulls it up fairly close to the basket, probably within 40, 50 feet.
Yeah, I think he went a little bit more hyzer on that to see if he could get it to kind of skip up, but it stayed pretty flat.
And Cotton's attempt actually went to left basket. So looks like they'll be at a similar distance, just from different positions.
Nice bid.
Very, very good bid. I really like Cotton's form for the putting. It's very unique.
Yeah, and you'll notice Kadin is really buttery smooth when he makes his putts and his throws. Really good.
Randy, did these guys say how long they've been playing for?
Kadin actually had been playing a long time. He learned from his father, kind of like you, and but Cotton hadn't been playing quite as long.
Yeah. Well, hole 3, it's a par 3, 295 feet. This one's a tough one. You just got to get something over these trims here, over the trees here. Kane went with a forehand, which looks like it almost got a little turned over on him. But this play by Cotton is probably the most common, trying to throw some sort of tomahawk or grenade over the trees. It's very, very difficult to get to the basket. You almost have to just sort of guess where you're throwing and see if you can get over the trees here.
Yeah, and it was really green and thick. There goes Kadin with a little kind of roller coming out of the brush in there, and did a great job.
Yeah, executed very well. Cotton's got a much better look here at the basket. See if he can execute the approach. Almost throwing it in.
Yeah,
that was
rang it
incredible. Kadin, tough look here for the putt. Oh, almost rings it up too.
Yeah,
that was a
he
good
had
bid.
That dance that I wanted that.
And nice little tap in there for Cotton. Yeah, this one it's tough to card the birdie on this one. I think most players are going to try and play for the par just because trying to play blind is just very difficult from the tee position.
No doubt. Hole 4, par 3, 190 feet, just a little shorty, but the basket is that very tall tree in there in the center. It's just on the other side of that, about 80 feet. And you've got a left and you've got a right, and the center doesn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, as short as this one is, there's so much there's so many trees and stuff that you're having to fight and get around. It's deceptively more difficult than you think.
Yeah, Cotton's line was great, and that's the line that you should be taking, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But Kadin had a great shot here, and you'll see where his disc ended up. But he actually went long of the basket. Cotton did.
Yeah. You can now see the basket. It's on this elevated mound, and it's a tough get. Wow, Kadin really
landed. Yeah,
that's incredible.
Impressive.
That's a very, very nice landing spot.
Good job, guys.
So hole 5, it's also a par 3. It's 259 feet. You've got this elevated tee position to a basket that's near the water, near a small pond here on the course. Obviously, it's fairly blind. So if you've got a buddy with you, you might have them go watch your disc, make sure it's not going anywhere you can't see it, and then
or
take
you want
your
to go
position.
down and check and see where the basket's at, because sometimes it's straight out from the tee pad. I've never seen it over there by the pond. Colton's line was pretty good there.
Mm-hmm.
Kadin, we spent some time looking for his disc because he threw the heck out of that disc, and it went clear back beyond where the other basket was, back into that area there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took that plenty far. I wonder if he just had, just enough turn on it that it just kind of coasted its full flight. He's got a long look for the putt here. Oh, almost cards it.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of their putting forms are they're so drastically different, but they're both so accurate. They're really, really good with their putts.
Butter, man. I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
Nice job, guys. Hole 6, par 3, 323 feet. Where those guys are walking back there, you need to throw through that gap and go straight on back, and then the basket's off to the right up into the trees is where it's playing today. And it's a tough get to, Andrew.
Yeah. The course leaves you this small little gap that you can see over on the right-hand side. That's probably the most common area that people are trying to aim, just trying to get something turned over and get it through the gap there. Sometimes a forehand, but forehand you worry about a skip. Looks like these guys are actually trying to go maybe a little wider left side so they have like an open look at the basket.
Great shot.
Gotten stuck behind some trees here.
Actually, it's funny because he's like, "Here, come here and look at this." And I walked around, and he actually had a gap from those trees straight on out of there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But you couldn't have seen that from where I was filming.
And looks like he left him a little bit of a difficult putt, so we'll see what he can scrounge up from that position. A little chipper forehand from Kadin.
Yeah, he's got a nice touch.
Yeah, Cotton's got a very difficult look at the par here. Almost makes it. Nice tap in there for Kadin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Dolese OG course, it's deceptively difficult, I will say. So at hole 7, we've got 215 feet par 3. Um, this is a very, very specific, very difficult shot. You've got a very, very thin tunnel with a lot of foliage. Um, got some low-hanging branches, so you have to throw something very straight, very flat, and hope for the best.
Yeah, but you've kind of got to get it over where I put that little arrow, that just that little gap there in the middle where you can see. If you get it over that, a little too high,
Mm-hmm.
then you can get it out in a flat area and be in a pretty good place. But like you said, it's still pretty tough to get up in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like Cotton might have just might have had a little bit too nose up on his forehand off the tee release, but it looks like he corrected himself a little bit. We'll
Yeah,
see
you
what
see
he's
how you
doing.
have that whole open area there. Once you get it over that hump of trees,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yeah, if you can get it into this opening, you've got a really nice look at the basket to either lay up or try to putt for the birdie. It's more of a throw in, really, if you can get it to this open area.
Kadin was going for it.
Yeah, we'll have some good tap ins here.
And I think, a lot of you guys, if you want to go play the OG course, be ready to, it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Hole 8, par 3, 309 feet. You've got a big open hyzer shot to try to hit that hole right where Kadin's throwing it, and then the basket's up in there.
Yeah, it's probably maybe 30 feet from the tree line, would you say, Randy?
Yeah, I think so.
Cotton throws a bit of a kind of a forced turnover, but he'll have an easy approach here.
Yeah, both of these guys, man, had a great shot on this easy par for them.
Yeah. Caden's, I mean, he's really got a long look for the birdie.
Oh,
Oh, wow. So good, man. Their
yeah.
putting is just on. I mean, it's maybe it's not 100% dialed because obviously, they're missing maybe a little high or just a little low, but if they can make that correction, gosh, they would be hitting these putts like no other.
Yeah, I'd hate to play against Kadin on a good day for when he's playing good and hitting everything.
Yeah. And really, these scores are not too bad for the kind of the first front 9 here on the course.
No.
So, and now starting with hole 9, it's 284 feet. This is probably the most open look in the front 9. Caden's throwing actually a perfect shot here. Just want to get something a little turned over, and oh man, just managed to hit the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if Cotton can make the correction. Looks like he does. Yeah, that's a great throw from Cotton.
Sure is. Both
Caden's
these
gonna have a
guys
long
have really good
approach.
upshots too.
Yes, they do. They really do. Looks like Caden might have left it a little bit short. He's going to have kind of a long look for the par.
Yeah.
Same with Cotton, also leaving it a bit short. I will say in both of their defense, as far as leaving their approaches short, coming from playing a wooded course like the first, 8 holes are to a wide open, you kind of miscalculate distance just because you're so tucked in, looking down very tight fairways and, coming to an open shot.
Yeah,
I think
Cotton
you get a little
got that one
turnaround.
there. Kadin put it in for him. Yeah, this is an interesting hole right here, hole 10, par 3, 379, straight ahead where that guy's walking back down inside that tunnel there into the tree line. And you've got to have a really good throw off the tee pad to be accurate enough so that you can get into that gap. And Kadin, man, he just threw a great shot, and I did a terrible job of videoing it.
That was a beautiful throw by Keenon.
Yeah.
That was perfectly executed, actually. I think maybe he had gotten it maybe a little bit more turned over. He'd probably be having a better look. But Cotton, I mean, even Cotton's throw, man, that's a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Both of these guys should have looks at the basket. Maybe looking for a birdie throw in.
They do.
Yeah, I mean, that's incredible.
And look where Kadin's at.
That's crazy.
That's money
so
right
good.
there.
Go in.
Oh.
I'm telling you, they're literally just inches off. I mean, it's incredible how good their C2 putting is. That's just astounding.
And you know, Andrew, the first time I played on camera, it made me nervous as heck.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, these guys, it didn't faze them at all. They're just like, I don't care, whatever. Just let's have a good time. So,
yeah, I mean, that's what disc golf's all about. You know, you're just having fun with it, even with a camera in front of you. You know, you're just trying to play your best. So, hole 11, it's 252 feet, par 3. You've got a very small look at the basket here, but it's just tucked in this tree line. So you're wanting to just blast something through and try and get it through that tree line so you've got a good look at the birdie.
yeah, Andrew, this one, actually, the basket was on the long, so it was even further up in the tree line than sometimes it might play.
Yeah, and that's tough, especially when it's so far tucked back in there. Like I said, you've really got to push something through. And hope you get lucky sometimes.
Yeah, I think if you had the arm, a big spike hyzer up into those trees to get down into it might be the play. But you can
Absolutely.
see how far that basket is back there still from where he is.
Yeah, that's tucked. That's a lot further than the standard lie that it's usually in, or the standard position that it's in.
Yeah, there's a grade up.
Mm-hmm. Clean off the trees and off the approach. Both looking at the par.
Yeah, they played this hole great.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting. It feels like they're getting warmed up. You know, you can see that their throws are getting more accurate. Their putts are becoming more accurate. You can really tell that they're just kind of, they're getting their game started.
Mm-hmm. Hole 12. It's a tough one. They're playing it from the long position, and you've got to shoot all the way through these trees. And I don't know if y'all can see that basket in the center of the screen, but watch these guys. They have some incredible throws on this.
That was perfectly accurate. I mean, that was almost ace
great.
material. Yeah.
Look, and now Cotton, he puts his thumb up higher on the disc when he throws it. And I asked him about that, and he's like, I don't know. It just feels more comfortable.
Yeah. You know, from the research that I've done, just watching various disc golf videos and stuff, some players say that bringing your thumb out wider and bringing it more towards the center of the disc on a backhand throw can actually allow a little bit more stability, and you're able to kind of tell, wow, what a putt.
Birdie, I know, what a putt.
Oh my gosh. Well, forget what I was saying. That was incredible. Incredible putt from Kadin. All right, hole 13, 252 feet. Pretty standard kind of chipper forehand. Looks like these guys are actually going to play some big old turnovers. We'll see if they can execute.
Wait till you see where his disc landed.
Cotton also playing the forehand. Looks like his kind of stabled out a little faster than he was expecting. But yeah, Randy, like I was saying, so, you know, sometimes putting your thumb out to the center of the disc gives your throw a little bit more stability. So some players like that if they're trying to play wooded courses or trying to get through tight lies.
Now I don't know if you can see him, but he's up inside. he made it all the way over those trees and to the back side of this basket, which
Wow.
we looked for his disc for a while and finally found it up there. I thought it was closer, but or further away, but that's great.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I think I only got 2 ticks on me that day helping them look for disc. Hole 14, par 3. This is the big one, 579 feet, par 4. Where that arrow is, you've got to go clear around that, and the basket is up on the edge of that tree line. So what you want to do is at least get out towards this big tree in the center, either with a roller or some just big shot, and get you a good look at trying to get to the basket.
Yeah, this hole it actually plays on most of the course variations here in Dolese, and it's notoriously called the Monster, and it's because it's this big long par 4 here at the course. It's very well known.
Look at that roller. Yeah.
That's just incredible. He had the perfect amount of turn and everything on that. That actually should have a nice look at the basket, either approaching or putting. Big turnover shot for Colton. Really well executed. Maybe a little bit too turned over.
Yeah, but he has a straight look into the basket.
Oh, and that's exactly what you want.
Basket. Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you can see the mouth and the opening of the basket, you just want to try and get it to that basket as quickly and just as fast as possible.
Yeah, people take note on this patent pending, kneel down through the trees, almost throw it into the basket.
Oh my gosh, wow. And that's not even the line you would really try and shoot for.
No.
You'd almost want to throw kind of a bit of a turnover, even a little forehand over to the basket, but he just went straight at it. Full attack.
I'm telling you, he's got a buttery smooth, just straight throw. If I would give like $100 to have that right now.
All right. Colton giving it a good bid.
Yeah, Kadin missed that. He wants that back.
Just a bit off.
I'm telling you, it was really fun watching these guys play and filming them and just talking to them. They like to joke around and just have a good time, you know. It was great.
Yeah. So hole 15, it's going to be a par 3, 209 feet. Nice little open tunnel, a bit of a low ceiling, so you just want to throw nice and flat. Backhand, forehand, whatever works for you. Gaines going with the forehand. Looks like it might have gotten a bit turned over, but actually I think that worked out really well for him.
It did, because that basket's off to the right into the tree line. Now Colton threw it up in the tree.
I think Colton was trying to get a little sneaky.
Yeah, look at that. I finally found it. I'm like, I know, I see it. And I think one of them had a baseball and threw up and hit it and
good.
And knocked it out of the tree.
Yeah, pro tip for all you beginners, keep a rock or a baseball or something in your bag, so if you ever get a disc into a tree, you've got something to throw it down with that you don't really care too much about.
Just don't let it come down and hit you in the head.
Yeah, please don't do that.
So Kadin is just perfectly lined up here with his off the tee shot.
Yeah.
Boom.
Great bid there. You know, these little skinny trees make it so difficult to try and execute a good putt. You can see Colton kind of struggling with, you know, some sort of good footing and form. Almost makes it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really think Colton was trying to get sneaky, maybe throw a bit of like a big forehand over the trees to see if he could try and sneak it in, but those trees, they're just too thick.
I don't remember what he was telling me there, but we were chatting about something. 16 is a par 3, 291. You're back out into that main area of the course where you started on hole 1 and 2. just just throw a big kind of ante over to backhand ante to that basket if you can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure,
Yes.
Andy, you'd probably throw a forehand on it, but they had a good shot on that.
Honestly, a forehand, the thing that you worry is that they in this area, the grass and everything, between the dirt and the grass is very short. So on a forehand, you worry a lot about skipping. So I think actually the backhand, throwing a bit of a turnover, throwing some sort of Anheuser throw, actually I think would be better. I think the disc would settle easier.
Yeah, that's a nice
Great birdie.
bird.
And this is a good hole to get a bird on too. You feel very
Yeah.
accomplished afterwards. You've been fighting with the trees and everything the whole time, and like now you finally,
Star frame.
yeah. So hole 17, it's 301 feet, par 3. This basket position's a little bit difficult from the tee. A lot of people play kind of a flat to skip shot over to the basket on a backhand. So we'll see what these guys do. Yeah, and it's exactly what I thought with Kadin. Did his disc hit the tree? It
I
must
think
have.
both of their discs kind of hit the tree. Well, that one kind of got through though, with Cotton.
Yeah. Yeah, I might have just left it a little too high, maybe got some of those limbs and sort of smacked it down a little bit, but these will be pretty easy approaches.
That was nice.
Very, very nice. Yeah, their approach game is pretty impeccable. I mean, and it seems like they really know their disc. Whoa, almost throwing it in.
I suspect too, Andrew, that they play this course enough that they've kind of got their lines down on what they want to do and their game plan when they come to it. Because you and I have both played this course, and neither one of us are very overly joyous about this course. Kind of the tee pad setups and some of the holes, but not one of our favorite courses, but a lot of people love it. Okay, hole 18, par 3, 198 feet. Just kind of throw it in between these trees, get it up by that basket, and see if you can get yourself a birdie. Like, this is a great shot.
Yep, that's perfect. It's really all you need. You'll put yourself within, 15, 20 of the basket.
Nice tree kick.
Yeah, that was a good tree kick. Probably pushed him maybe a little bit forward. And
I was telling these guys right here, I was like, okay, let's get a star frame. And it was putting the pressure on him. So Kadin hit it, and then he was like, okay, Colton, it's up to you now. And I think he was up to the task. Let's see. Yep.
Well executed. Nice little star frame from the group. Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. When you play this course often enough, you know your lines, you know what disc you're going to throw on specific holes. And I think these guys just, they know their discs, they know the course, and they know how to execute. I mean, clearly, it's not just, they know the course, but I mean, they are fantastic putters. They're great with the approaches. They can throw really, really good shots off the tee. I mean, they're both very, very solid players, both Kadin and Cotton.
No doubt. And, as tough as this course is, a lot of people love Dolese, and a lot of people play Dolese. And there's an east and a west course. I believe it's the east one that's real wooded and a lot of tunnel shots, and it's a lot of fun too. But this was kind of the OG, more open course. And it's a busy course. I need to go back and try to play it again and see what kind of lines I can figure out now after watching Colton and Kadin, and maybe start enjoying the course more than I have before.
Yeah. And I think starting off, if you haven't played the Dolese course there in Oklahoma City and you're looking to want to play something a little bit more wooded, I definitely recommend the OG as kind of a starter, because the other courses out there are a little bit tougher. I mean, there are some tighter lines, tighter gaps, and so you have to keep that in mind for first time playing. But it's I mean, it's a classic and it's a staple in the Oklahoma City area, and a lot of people love Dolese.
Yeah, Andrew, let me give a shout out again to Kadin and Cotton. Thank you guys. Literally, they walked up and I'm like, dude, can I film you around? And they were like, yeah. And a lot of people don't like doing that. And so troopers, man, to be able to do that and put themselves out there and to be able to get up on YouTube, it's really cool. And that's kind of what we do at Mayfly Disc Golf. I go around. Andrew lives in Colorado, but I have people call me and say, hey, come shoot my round, and I'll meet them and go out and shoot their round and put it up for them. And we don't charge or anything like that. It's just we want to focus on Oklahoma disc golf players, Oklahoma courses, and kind of the disc golf scene around Oklahoma City area. So give us a shout out and contact us via email, whatever. And whether you're a great player or whether you're an amateur, whether you're mom and dad and a kid, I want to film you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, anything to support the community, the disc golf community in Oklahoma, and just disc golf in general. We're happy to do this. But thank you guys for watching this coverage of Dolese Park with Kadin and Cotton. Give us a like and a follow. Leave any comments that you'd like. If you've got anything to say, we're happy to hear it. And yeah, guys, we'll see you on the next course.
Peace out.